I might be stating the obvious, but change is not beyond our control. It is totally within our grasp to change our lives forever. Our path, the results of that path in the future can be whatever it is. If you make a choice, an entirely different choice, a life-changing choice, that result no longer exists the way it did before you make that choice. Change can happen. Yesterday, for example, was Monday. Today's Tuesday. Yesterday, your wife or girlfriend named Melissa caught you cheating with our best friend, and she stormed off. She didn't want to hear it. You're calling her, Melissa, come back, let's talk about it. She means nothing to me. And she has no fucks to give. She don't want nothing to do with you. You didn't do anything. You sat down. You're upset at yourself. You're ashamed for what you did. You start thinking about how great Melissa is, and you start calling her and texting her all day until you fall asleep. You wake up on Tuesday. Today is a new day. You either can call Melissa or take a bus to her apartment and talk to her in person. It's your choices. You decide, hey, whatever, it's over. I'm gonna give her a couple of more weeks, and I'm gonna go pick up my stuff from her apartment. Which would be the great choice, a really good choice to do that instead of going to Melissa's apartment where she's waiting for you so she could stab you in the freaking foot. As I was saying, change is definitely up to us. Today's Tuesday. Just a name we gave to call today. Named after a German god by the name of Tui, or whatever the hell its name is. And we gave it a number too. A name is not enough. We gave it a number, the 17th of October, a number of a series of numbers. But it's an entirely different day. Yesterday is now a memory, just another page and a chapter of your life. And today can go anyway. Changes happens all the time. Life-changing opportunities. You can recognize one. Some people sometimes are able to do just that, to recognize a life-changing opportunity that can lead them to wealth, happiness, etc. But then you allowed yourself to be persuaded by your mother's tears to not take it because she's worried that you're gonna have to move to a different state far away from her, and you just lost on an entirely different result of the path that you were on, right? The path that you're on now for not taking that opportunity is God knows what. I don't know. Still probably living the same fucked up life that you're living in now. But with that opportunity, if you had took it, your mother eventually would have been happy, proud of you, living a luxurious life because of you. Who knows? Because you decided not to let her tears get in the way of a great opportunity for you and her. Changes. It's in our hands. A lot of it is. At least when it comes to our own lives. People say that a person can change. They can't change who they are. But it happens all the time. People go to meetings, psychological meetings, whatever. They go to what we call those brain doctors, psychiatrists, to change themselves. And a lot of times it works, Or some people are lucky, by getting a extremely traumatic event happening that completely changes the way they think and act and behave. Yeah, I say lucky. Because it is difficult to change, but it can happen. That's just one of the ways it happens. Get kidnapped. I don't know, that's an example I can just think of from the top of my head. You get kidnapped by, your friends, They kidnap you. They put on some mask and they took you because they want to teach you a lesson that you're inconsiderate, and they beat the living shit out of you. And you don't know who they are. You don't know that those kidnappers are your friends. And eventually, you think about your friends. You think about how you behave around them and how you're inconsiderate, and your family. Your friends and your family, your kids, or whoever you have in your life that you're inconsiderate against. And it completely changed. They did you a favor. It happens. So change is definitely in your hands. You just gotta seek the opportunity. Take the little steps towards that opportunity, whatever it may be. It's gonna be hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's gonna be freaking hard, really hard. But the steps and the guide exist. They exist. You could get them for free on social media. Whatever it is, they exist. You want to be a billionaire, how to think and how to act. Who to surround yourself with, other billionaires if you can. Networking, etc. Brainstorm it with your friends. Just take the steps towards it, and maybe you will become a billionaire. Who knows? Change your life.